Starboard Wingboard 5.8 and a 2011 88 liters. Here's my review on it. I've had it out for about 10 sessions now, and I really like it. I am 163 pounds or 74 kilograms. I think that's the conversion. And it floats me well when it's 1 mile, or when it's 4 miles an hour or under. And then as soon as I get 5 miles an hour, it's easy to maintain slogging on my feet. It's when it's shifty between 2 miles an hour and 10 miles an hour, it's a little tough, because the 1 to 4, I can sit my bum on the board and just kind of hold the hand wing up and have the trailing edge sitting in the water, and it works really good. But if I get too much wind, then the wing can't handle it with me sitting down. So that's the only challenging thing when it's between the 2 to 10. And you can kind of see out there right now, there's definitely some gusts on there. You can see the lines going back and forth. But generally speaking, this is a really good board. I've had this board out with the Infinity 99, the Ocean Surf 2000, my Millennium 1000, and now the Axis Art 1099, which is really, really good. And I had this the Axis Art 1099 only one other time with a light wind day with my 5.0 Wasp V2, and it was tough to get flying, and it felt like this board created a lot of drag, kind of like this board may not be very good for light wind, but with just a little bit more wind, it came up really easily. It popped up onto plane before flight really easily. It handles touchdowns fantastically, even a full foil out, and I'm getting better at foil outs because I'm just, this is the first time flying on this wing. I had it last time. I got flying just a bit, but first time doing it, I'm getting better at flying. And even full foil outs with an 82 centimeter mast, this board actually does really well. Even though there's not a ton of rocker and there's a little bit of thickness here, it handles foil outs really well. And having this thicker, more buoyant nose and really thick rails with this edge here just makes slogging and comfort really good. I'm personally a huge fan of the concave deck. Now I'm going to be mainly doing it in medium to large size, medium to small lakes, and maybe some Puget Sound, maybe a rare Hood River session, but I'm mainly going to be lakes. So I'm not sure if a concave deck prefers for flatter water conditions, and maybe a flat or convex deck are great for swell and surfing waves. Not sure, but I love the concave deck. I can feel when I'm slogging, the extra buoyancy on the edges keeps it stable and keeps it without flipping over, and I feel like a flat deck or convex deck would maybe roll a little bit more. I haven't tried them, so this is my best guess, but I really feel at my skill level, I feel really comfortable slogging and going to flight. Also, the little lip on the edges is really nice with my heels, especially with a higher performance swing like the ART 1099. It is really easy to figure out the first few minutes. Once I got to flight, I said, okay, this is about where my feet go, and it got to flight nice and easy. I was able to keep it in control, and yeah, I really like this board. I would say this is a really good board as an all-rounder, but if I'm going to add 2 boards to the Quiver, I may want to go with one with just a tiny bit more buoyancy, because I'm actually a big fan of slogging in the 2 miles an hour, and there are some times where it's gusty, where it's 2 to 10, where I'd prefer to stay on my feet. So possibly going a tiny bit bigger may be okay. Again, I'm fairly new to wing foiling, so I'm not entirely sure on this, but I do have a feeling like I would go maybe even 1 to 4 liters bigger than this, maybe. And then if I get a smaller board, like a crazy small 60 liter or something like this, but I definitely don't want to go smaller now. And this is pretty much perfect. I think this is perfect as a 1 board Quiver, but I'm thinking in the future, if I do want to go for more, I wouldn't mind my biggest board being a little bit bigger at the skill level I'm at, just because I know I'm going to be going at locations that are gusty. And for example, Lake Ballinger and Green Lake in the Seattle and Mount Lake Terrace area are fun spots. They're not the best wind, it's really gusty, but it's a short drive for me, and it's just a fun place to get out for a quicker session, really, really fast to get rigged into the water because short distance. And I might want to go there more gusty, so a more buoyant board would help with that for me to stay on my feet as I shift off rather than going from my bum to my feet. This is just my thoughts on this board. If you guys have any questions or have any thoughts, I'm sure I know more, maybe just not coming ahead. I just got off an 1.5-hour session. It's great. I'm not tired, and I feel like, let's stop before I'm getting tired, because I'm not on a harness yet, so it's really cool. Yeah, Let me know what you think, and like, subscribe, and share. Cool, thanks. Bye.